Hello, and welcome to the seminar, Using Amazon to Build Your Brand and Acquire Customers. I'm really excited to share with you my approach to using Amazon as a tool to build your overall brand and your overall e-commerce business. We're going to cover a lot of ground in a short period of time, so let's jump right in. Today's consumer has become more reliant on Amazon than ever before. Consumers trust Amazon, and Amazon Prime, with its over 25 benefits, has become a powerful retention tool that Amazon uses to form a bond with its customers. So if you're selling any type of physical product, you need to add Amazon to extend your brand. Amazon.com accounts for 44% of all U.S. e-commerce sales and 4% of all retail sales. Over 7 million site visits per day are on Amazon.com. 49% of all U.S. households have a Prime membership, and over 60% of all product searches begin on Amazon. So what does all this mean? It means Amazon is where the customer is. So you want to sell where the customer is buying. Now, I don't preach that Amazon is the be-all, end-all, and that you should focus on Amazon over other channels. Not at all. You'll never hear me say that. What I do teach is to understand what Amazon is, what it means to the customer, and to think about Amazon and the customer differently than you have before. Think about Amazon as a way to acquire customers for your brand for less than you can anywhere else. Think about Amazon as a brand building weapon and a customer acquisition tool. My name is Phil Masiello. I've been a multi-million-dollar multinational seller on Amazon since 2007, and I've been building online and multi-channel brands since 1998 in beauty, fashion, food, shaving, and many other segments. Right now, I'm the founder and CEO of Hound Dog Digital Marketing Agency. But I also own a beauty brand, and I use Amazon to acquire customers for my own brand. So I practice what I preach and have for years, and I'm going to show you what I've done. So what you can expect today. What we'll cover is the new shopper journey that's changed over the last 5 years and how the customers are using Amazon in that journey. An explanation of successful Amazon selling, how to build and protect your brand, how to build product pages and merchandising to create your customers on Amazon, how paid ads on Amazon are inexpensive brand builders, and how to communicate with buyers to engage and build reviews and Amazon's bonus to you that you probably never knew existed. So the new shopper journey. The shopper journey has changed a lot over the last 5 years as Amazon and Prime have grown. Consumers have become more reliant on Amazon for more than just buying product. They look to Amazon to validate and determine if a product is worth buying on any channel through reviews, product listings, and seller ratings. We studied the shopping behavior of over 100 small to middle market consumer product sites and found a very interesting pattern. When a customer is exposed to a new brand or product, and again, exposed to a new brand or product that's new to them, doesn't mean that the brand or product are new, it means that it's new to them. The first thing they do is go to look at the brand's website. Almost 2/3 of the time, this happens on a mobile device. The rest of the time happens on a desktop or laptop. But if the customer likes what they see, if the website and the product look legitimate and professional, then they search online and social media for reviews to validate it. And if the reviews are good, they go to Amazon to see if the product's carried there. And they want to look at the Amazon ratings. And if everything checks out for them, over 90% of the time, they make their first purchase on Amazon. If the product's not carried on Amazon, they move on without making a purchase, and it takes a lot more work to get them to buy directly from the brand. So why is this? One word: trust. Consumers are hesitant today to give out their payment details to a brand or a website unknown to them. Again, it doesn't make a difference if the brand or the website have been around for 100 years. If it's unknown to them, they're hesitant to give out their credentials because of all the things they read about hacking and hijacking and things like that. But not on Amazon, because they trust Amazon. And they know that if anything goes wrong, or if they're not happy with their purchase, Amazon has an A to Z guarantee. So think about that for a minute. If this is your brand, the customer already knows where your website is, who you are, but they chose to make their first purchase on Amazon. This is why consistency of your brand identity and your brand message across all platforms is important. You need these assets to connect and engage with the customer wherever they are. So let me explain Amazon selling. And then we're going to talk about how do we best use Amazon to accomplish our goals. Amazon wants brand sellers over resellers, which is making resellers vulnerable. Resellers were the biggest part of the marketplace in the early days. These are the sellers. They'll sell anything. They'll sell anything they can get their hands on, but they don't own any brands. There's hundreds of resellers out there selling the same products, and that led to two major problems. One, the proliferation of counterfeit products, and two, artificially low prices from the competition. So Amazon began protecting brands with systems like the brand registry. They also cracked down and continue to crack down on counterfeit products, and they restrict a lot of resellers who don't meet their expectations. So this has led to an evolving marketplace where brands are becoming more important. Why? Brands provide a better value to the customer, and they make the marketplace more appealing. Too many resellers with counterfeit products are bad for business. So many of the problems brands face on the marketplace stem from the brand themselves not controlling their online presence. When a brand sells in brick and mortar, they determine which stores are going to carry their product, they implement minimum advertising pricing policies, and they implement brand standards. But for some reason online, a lot of brands just allowed it to be the Wild West. They let anybody carry their product. And so they lost control of their brand online. And there are a lot of big brands out there like Tuft & Needle and Anchor Portable Chargers that have built billion-dollar businesses starting on Amazon. Tuft & Needle started on Amazon. Now today it's got beautiful stores. It sells through its own website. It sells through affiliate sites like Wayfair. Anchor Portable is almost $1 billion just in chargers and batteries. So there are many large brands that grew up on Amazon, and there are a lot of large brands that are gated on Amazon. In other words, nobody else can sell that product except for the brand. Nike is one of them, all the P&G products, and there's a lot of smaller brands out there too, like Juice Beauty, that are gated. Nobody else sells their product. They're the only ones. And that allows you to control your brand and not have to worry about competing against yourself. So what does it take to succeed? There are 3 keys to success as an Amazon seller. First, customer experience is everything. Amazon is a customer-focused company, and they expect the same focus from their sellers. Bad sellers with a lower than 4 rating get their product pushed down in the rankings. They pay more for ads. They have a much more difficult time winning the buy box, even if they have the cheapest price. So if you have a product rating below a 3.6, that product gets shut out of lightning deals, daily deals, a lot of other ad opportunities. Because a 3.6 or below is considered not a product providing a good customer experience. A seller with a rating below a 4 is considered to not be providing a good customer experience. So all those ratings matter, not only to the consumer purchase decision, but they matter in the algorithm. Second, success is measured by relevance and performance. Amazon's algorithm is trying to match the best quality product to the consumer's search query. So Amazon measures relevance by product title, brand, bullet points, images, description, keywords, and it measures performance in sales velocity, sales history, inventory and fulfillment levels, price, conversion rate, seller feedback, and product reviews. All those things together are what forms the algorithm. Third, success creates more success. So from Amazon's perspective, what does that mean? It means lower costs drive lower prices, which drives higher growth, which drives lower costs. Shipping being their biggest cost, labor their second biggest, so the more volume they can push through, the lower those costs can be leveraged. From the seller's perspective, more sales drive higher rankings, which drives better placement, which drives more sales. So in a nutshell, this is how the algorithm works. When you create compelling and optimized listings, you get more conversions and sales. When your sales increase, that product will rank higher. When that product ranks higher, it gets better organic search placement. With better organic search placement, a product sells more. When a product sells more, it ranks higher. When it ranks higher, it shows up more. When it shows up more, it sells more. That's it in a nutshell. That is selling on Amazon in a nutshell. So we've talked about what it takes to be a successful seller. Now we're going to focus on how to build and protect your brand on Amazon. So you have a business, you want to make it valuable. So you trademark your brand. Now enter that trademark into the Amazon brand registry. So make sure that you control who can sell that brand online and where they can sell that brand online. If you want to be the only seller on the Amazon marketplace, you put it in the brand registry. You tell all your other wholesale customers that you don't want them to sell on Amazon. It's done. It's done a lot. There's a lot of brands out there that won't allow other sellers on the Amazon marketplace. And this helps to protect your brand, help protect your profitability, helps to protect the quality of your product, helps to protect your ratings, and it helps protect you. So once you're in the brand registry, you now have a weapon that you can use to aggressively shut down any unauthorized sellers pretty quickly. You always want to use minimum advertised pricing to any reseller so that you're not driving down your price points and you control the consistency of how your brand is represented across all channels. This is a key to communicating with consumers about your brand. When they see consistency across all channels, social media, e-commerce, brick and mortar retailer, on the marketplaces, it's a very important thing. It reinforces your message to the consumer about who you are and what you represent. And this is important when you think about the customer purchase journey we laid out previously. So once you are enrolled in the brand registry, you get additional resources that aren't open to resellers. And these are important to building your brand and connecting with customers. You can build enhanced brand content on your product pages, which allows you to communicate further with customers. You can have your brand logo, more images, text, videos to describe your product. You can build a storefront with multiple pages to explain your brand in more depth. You get access to customer insights on Amazon to learn about shoppers interacting with your brand on Amazon. All these things are important. So we take what we've learned about how to sell. We've taken what we've learned now about how to protect our brand, and now we want to take that information and communicate to the customer on Amazon, our brand. We want to communicate it through merchandising. So don't think about selling your products on Amazon. I want you to think about how you can use the Amazon tools to extend your brand presence and communicate your brand message to customers. Customers are savvy today. If you engage with them correctly on any platform, you'll win them over. You don't have to give somebody your website today. Again, customers are savvy. If they like your product and they want more, they'll find you. They'll go to you. Remember the customer journey we laid out in the beginning. So yes, it's true that Amazon owns the customer on their site. However, you get so many opportunities to communicate your brand and your brand message. You can't send customers directly to your website, but you can do it indirectly. Again, customers are savvy, right? If they see your brand, they buy your product, they like your product, they're going to go to your website. So remember the path we showed earlier. Again, there's a good chance customers are already aware of you and they've already been to your site. What you have to do is make sure they don't regret their first purchase. Communicate consistency of your brand and your brand message using all the tools that Amazon provides. Use your merchandising, your product selection, your packaging, your inserts to drive customers to your site. The first thing you want to do is build a great storefront. Again, you're in the brand registry, you get the opportunity to build a storefront. Now, this is a lot different than what's known as an Amazon store. There's Amazon stores out there that resellers use, which is just basically a page with all of their products on it. But a storefront is entirely different. You can replicate all your brand assets from your website and social media onto the Amazon platform. So rather than just selling your products on Amazon, use the Amazon platform to communicate with customers. Build a great storefront using these assets. And storefronts, again, are only available to brands in the brand registry and not to resellers. This is an example of a storefront. It's much different than the Amazon stores that resellers use, because that only lists products in a grid. This storefront allows multiple tabs, like on a website. It allows additional branding assets such as video, images, logos. And again, the customer's savvy. You're communicating who you are and what you stand for. They know how internet search works. If you put your best brand foot forward and they're happy with their first purchase, they'll find you again on your website for future purchases. The next part is to build great product pages, because building a great product page is essential for closing the sale to the customer. So make sure you know your high value keywords and you want to incorporate them into all the pieces in there. Your title, you want to build keyword and benefit rich bullet points. You want great product description, and you want to use at least 6 high resolution images for your product and in-use shots of your product, consumers using your product. And again, the product page is another way to communicate and engage customers. And these are essential for customers to find your product. If you do your product page correctly, you build an optimized product page, it's going to help you in search. And then your product's going to show up higher in organic search. So this is part of your product page, which is enhanced brand content. And again, another benefit of being in the brand registry are these enhanced brand content pages. This allows you to take your product page a bit further. And once people are on your product page, you want them to convert to a sale. And here's an opportunity. You can get your brand, your logo in front of the customers again and talk about your brand. It doesn't matter that you can't put your website in there. The customer sees your brand. They see your logo. So now they're savvy. They're going to go online if they like what they see, investigate more, and they're going to come to your site. And you want to use merchandising to acquire customers. And this is probably one of the biggest gifts I'm going to give you today. I've proven this time and time again that it works. So when you set up your product merchandising, think about how this can affect converting customers back to your site. Let me give you an example. And I've used this several times to convert Amazon customers to my customers. In skincare, for example, we only sold sets on Amazon. 2-piece sets, 3-piece sets, 4-piece, 5-piece, skincare regimens, etc. Inevitably, the customer would run out of one item on the set. So they would email us through Amazon. Again, we could not say, go to our website, because that would violate Amazon's terms and conditions. But what we could say was, sorry, thank you for communicating with us. We apologize for the inconvenience. Sorry, we don't carry that item on Amazon at this time outside of the sets. So again, the customer's not naive. They're standing there with your product, which they bought. They obviously liked because they're trying to buy it again. Right? The product, your packaging has your brand name on it. It's probably got your phone number, your website, everything on your packaging. We would always include inserts in the packaging that were directions on what to do or how to do things, step-by-step usage guide. Maybe it was a list of additional products with product descriptions. Again, we never put our website address www on there, but again, you don't have to. This customer has it. So the customer bought the product. They're happy. They want more. We just told them we don't carry the product on Amazon as a single item. So what do? They go to the website and they buy the product because they need it. We would easily convert 70% of customers like this. And we did this. We've done this multiple times in multiple different channels. Right now, we have a children's toy product that uses a mobile app for advanced features. With this product, we can capture all the customers' information through the app because they need the app to highlight a lot of features in the product. And today, there are so many tools that you can put on your website to retarget customers who go to your website. You can follow their online path. Sometimes you can even find out who they are and unmask their email address. So think about the purchase path we showed earlier. And then think about setting up your merchandising to drive people to your site, right? Because these customers are on Amazon and they're going to go to your website and they're going to find out about you. So make sure your website is ready with the right tools to communicate with them and figure out who they are and grab them. So another part is to communicate through paid ads to reinforce your brand. There's two types of ads you can run as a seller: sponsored product and headline search. You're putting your brand front and center using these. These are really no different in form and function than a banner ad on AdWords. The only difference is where the click ends up, right? But the CPC on Amazon is a bit lower than it is on AdWords right now. So you're essentially using this to put your brand front and center to the customer when they're looking for items in your category. When you run both together, sponsored product and headline search ads, it'll show up and you'll have a great chance of getting the sale over a competitor because they'll show up together on the same search. We have a furniture seller who employs this strategy, and he gets more purchases on his website from customers who see the ads on Amazon. His activity reinforced our customer journey findings because the customers had gone to the furniture retailer website and noticed that they offer an installation service that they can't offer on Amazon. So they see the product on Amazon, they see the reviews, they see the selling price is the same as it is on the website as it is on Amazon, but they have an installation option if they buy directly on the site. So Amazon is a place to engage and find new customers because customers have changed the way that, or advanced the way is maybe a better way of putting it, the way that they use Amazon today. So we want to communicate with customers now to get reviews and engage buyers because reviews are very important, as we all know, because we all use them. So here are ways to communicate with buyers and get legitimate reviews. There's two types of reviews you want to get: seller reviews and product reviews. Both types of reviews affect how your brand will perform on Amazon, and a lot of these transcend Amazon. And both are customers communicating back to you about their experience. So both are important to you as a seller. They're both important to you as an e-commerce seller, as a brand builder, because again, it's the customer responding back to you with how they felt about their purchase. And again, products with lower than a 3.6 rating have paid and unpaid ad consequences. Sellers with a rating lower than 4 have a bit much more difficult time winning the buy box. So getting positive reviews is not easy. There's a lot of sellers out there using a lot of dubious tactics to obtain them. Many sellers are still using incentives to generate a higher volume of reviews. Others post fake reviews, but Amazon has put together more stringent procedures to combat this practice. So getting caught, it'll carry a lot of damage, carry your damage to your reputation. It may even get you thrown off the marketplace. So doing it the better way, getting legitimate reviews, is the right way to do it. And the key to getting legitimate reviews from actual buyers is verified purchase reviews. You want verified purchase reviews. Customers who bought the product, Amazon verifies it, and they leave a review. And having a healthy mix of reviews, good and bad, it increases your authenticity as a seller. Don't be afraid of bad reviews. Respond to them because your response shows the potential buyers how you handle customer service issues. Buyers are always suspect of a product that has all positive reviews and no negatives. So you want to communicate through action. A buyer's experience is the foundation for getting positive reviews. You can't expect 5 stars for a mediocre product and bad service. It's not going to happen. The buying experience begins with your product pages and how you communicate with the potential buyer before, during, and after the sale. If there's a customer service issue, resolve it quickly, friendly, satisfactorily. Provide a personal touch to the experience. Use printed inserts in your packaging that you send to customers, whether you're using Fulfilled by Amazon or Fulfilled by Merchant. Make the inserts part of what you're selling. The insert could be usage instructions. It could be a thank you card for trying the product. It could be a satisfaction guarantee card. It could be instructions for an app that enhances. It could be anything. But an insert should reinforce your brand message and your commitment to a positive customer experience. And don't ever be shy about asking for reviews. But none of these breach the terms and conditions. You just can't make it mandatory on any of these inserts that the customer visit your website, and don't use your website address on the cards. Just use good branding and communication. Remember, the customer's not naive. They know how to use the internet. This last section is another reason why reviews are very powerful as a communication tool and Amazon's bonus to you in SEO value. You see, Amazon, because of how powerful Amazon is, your products and brands that are listed on Amazon will show up higher on SEO, which helps your overall business. So when the Amazon products show up in Google search, they show up with the star rating. And this is a great addition and helps to sell products. It reinforces your brand's legitimacy with the consumer. This particular product, when searched, shows up organically from Amazon, shows up with the star ratings. Amazon also has a paid ad, and it shows up on the Google shopping platform. So the customer searches for this product and it sees it in multiple different ways. It just reinforces to the consumer that A, it's legitimate, B, it's got great ratings, so customers like it, and they shouldn't be concerned about giving over their credit card information. And when your product ranks well, really well, Amazon also advertises your product in Google AdWords. So you see, the more places consumers see your product, the better off you are. It gives your brand a much more powerful online presence. So again, having your products listed on Amazon, getting great ratings for those products, helps your SEO value for your overall brand when consumers start searching. You see, and that's an unknown benefit that a lot of people don't focus on when it comes to Amazon. So to recap what we discussed, the shopper's journey has changed in the last 5 years. Consumers use all touch points together, your website, social media, marketplaces such as Amazon, to make their buying decision. Consumers are relying on Amazon to not only buy products, but also check the legitimacy of products and brands. So use this to your advantage by building a strong brand presence on Amazon. Protect your brand and communicate with buyers directly and indirectly. Optimize product pages, product merchandising, and packaging all help to convert customers into your brand's customers and get them to visit your website. Again, you can't explicitly direct them there, but they're not naive. If they love your product and the buying experience, they'll find you directly. Paid ads are effective brand building tools, and when your product sells well and has good ratings, your Amazon listings provide very strong SEO value for your brand. Use autoresponder systems to keep in touch with customers after the sale, reinforce your brand message, and get more positive reviews.